Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith. This year I'm going to read through the entire Bible, and I want to invite you to join me. Okay, I'm reading through the Bible in a year. A few weeks ago I started thinking, hey, what do I want to do for 2022 as my New Year's resolutions? And one of the things I was literally thinking about it one day in our piano room at the front of our house, this beautiful space where we hang out in the mornings, and Becca was reading her Bible while I was thinking about this, and she's been doing the read through the Bible in a year plan over and over again for several years. She finished in 2021 early. She finished before the end of the year. There was one year where, I don't think she'll mind me telling you this. It took her like almost a year and a half to do it. It was just a little bit of a slower process. But I was like, man, I've read through the Bible in an entire year one time in my life, successfully. I've attempted it several times and given up or just not completed it, but I've done it one time. And I thought, man, I've got Bible Review Blog. This is a great opportunity for me to do this again, to really focus in, to spend some time. And I thought, why not document this along the way? And so I'm going to kind of do this vlog. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. But here, basically what I'm doing is I'm reading through the Bible in a year, and I want to invite you to be a part of it with me. So I'm going to tell you about the Bible. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go, and then I'm going to check in regularly with video updates to kind of tell you about my process. All right? So here's how it's going to go. First of all, the Bible. I've chosen this Bible right here. This is an NRSV wide margin Bible, the Minister Edition. It's an old Bible from Cambridge University Press, Cambridge Bibles. I actually bought this a little over a year ago at the end of 2020, thinking, hey, this is a cool looking Bible. I've never seen one of these old wide margins from Cambridge before. I want to check it out. And I was really stoked about it. It came in, it was very floppy. It was wide. It lays really, really flat. Like it's got wide margins. So I was like, oh, this is a cool Bible. So I was looking through my Bibles, and I was trying to decide which one I was going to use for this read through the Bible plan. And here's why I chose this one. One, I like the translation, NRSV. Now, ironically, the NRSV is just now releasing a new update, and there's going to be NRSV updated edition Bibles. This is an old one. This is the 1989 copyright. So this is one of the old ones. But I like the NRSV as a translation. It's kind of in that revised standard version tradition, but it's also kind of a more middle of the road. In the translation spectrum that you see, it's kind of more towards the middle of that spectrum. But I like the translation. I spent a lot of time with the NRSV when I was in seminary studying at Fuller, and so I'm just kind of familiar with it. So I wanted to go with something that I was sort of familiar with. I love that it's wide margin. I love that it's wide margin because I'm going to be writing in this Bible this year. This is a big step for me. I don't typically write in my Bibles. I've shared that on my channel before, but I've actually got a few of these Pigma Micron pens that I've purchased in different colors. I got some Sharpies for Christmas from a family member, so I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this. And so I'm going to be coming up with a system for writing in my Bible as I go. So I got this Bible relatively cheaply last year, and so I wanted to use a wide margin Bible that had room for notes. So if you look at this Bible, you see there's tons of space in the margins. There's over an inch in the outer margin. There's just at an inch in the lower margin, and there's over an inch in the inner margin as well. So there's tons of space to write. It's a very thin Bible. It's wide, so it's. Oh, somebody else has already highlighted something in here. Oh, that's the first time I've noticed that. See, I got a head start on this one. But the page is 7¼ inches wide, 9 inches tall, but this Bible is thin. That's another reason why I wanted to use it. It's less than an inch thin, and so I can take this, slide it in my backpack or my briefcase when I'm going to work. On those days where I just don't have time, or my alarm clock goes off and I don't have time to read and to study before I have to go to work, I can take this, I can slide it in my bag. It's very, very floppy. That's another reason. Look at that. It's so floppy. I can bend it in half because I didn't spend that much money on it. I'm not worried about it because it's an older Bible that already has some scrapes and bruises. It's made with bonded leather. It's not like super high quality goat skin. It's nothing like super crazy. But because I'm going 100 miles an hour here, because I'm really doing this and I'm going to try a new writing system. I'm going to be figuring it out as I go. I didn't want to mess up one of my awesome Schuyler Bibles or Cambridge Bibles or Allen Bibles, any of my premium Bibles, because I don't know what my system is going to be. So it's kind of a test run here this year, figuring out what I'm going to do. What I think I'm going to do as far as writing in this Bible goes is I'm going to underline and highlight keywords and phrases. I'm going to write down questions that come to mind when I'm reading the text. I'm going to write down things that stand out to me as important. Or I want to be able to look back on this and go, oh, in 2022, these are the things that popped in my brain that really stood out to me as I was reading and studying the Bible. So that's kind of what I'm planning to do with the writing of it. So I've got the Bible, NRSV, wide margin from Cambridge. Not an expensive one. I think the paper is going to hold up. I'm slightly worried because it's a thin Bible that there's going to be bleed through. So I'm going to do some testing out, that sort of thing. Now, the plan that I'm going to go with. So this Bible has 816 pages in the Old Testament, and it has 249 pages in the New Testament. So I've looked up all of these plans online, like the chronological plan and the this plan and the that plan. I just said, I'm going to keep this simple. I'm going to read through the Bible, Genesis to Revelation. So add that up. It's 1,065 pages. If you do the math there, 365 days a year, it's a little less. It's 2.9 pages per year. So I'm literally going to try to read 3 pages of the Bible every day. If I can do that, I'll get a head start and I'll be done soon on the days where I can't, that sort of thing. But even like looking at this, if I go to the opening pages of Genesis in this Bible, so page 1 is Genesis 1, page 2 is Genesis 2 and part of 3, and then the third page ends about halfway through chapter 4. So theoretically, day 1, I would be stopping right after Cain kills Abel, and then I would stop at Genesis 4:17. Now, again, I'm figuring this out. The Bible did not have chapters when it was written. So am I going to be okay stopping between chapters, or am I going to want to finish chapters? This is all part of the process. I'm going to be figuring this out as I go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post regular video updates to share with you how the process is going. Now, I need your feedback. This is the very first one. It feels to me like doing a daily video is way too much. Like, you don't want to watch that. I don't want to have to record this every day. I won't keep up with that. I'm trying to keep up with reading the Bible every day. I'm not going to be able to record one of these videos every day. Some of these videos may be like my phone in my car, just like trying to get it done. But also like doing it once a month doesn't seem like enough. So do you think I should let me know in the comments, do you think I should do a weekly update, at least every 2 weeks? What do you think I should do as far as, I need to figure this out as I go, but the point of this is, as I go through the process, I'm going to do these videos as kind of like you hear the word vlog, it's going to be like a reflection vlog of the process. I'm going to share about how it went. I'm going to be real and honest with you if like I struggled for a few days and didn't get my reading in, or I'm going to tell you some of the things that I'm noticing in the text that are standing out to me, or the things that are coming to mind, or that God is challenging me with as I read the Bible. I have, not famously, but I shared this Instagram photo, this tweet, last year on January 1st, talking about how, reading the Bible in a year is a great thing. But if you're doing it just to check off a box on your to-do list, it won't actually mean as much as if you really let the Bible sink in and you apply it to your life. And so part of the reason why I want to do this and share it with you is I want some of that accountability to like sit down and reflect and think through, to look back on the notes I've taken and think through what I've read and process it in real time and share it with you. My hope is that this will be an encouraging process for you to watch me go through this, but also that you might consider doing it with me. If you want some encouragement along the way to say, hey, I'm reading through the Bible, join me right now at the beginning of Genesis. Let's start reading the Bible together. As I look back and reflect, you can share your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully this will be some sort of encouragement and just a process to reflect and really let this soak in a meaningful way. So that's what I'm going for, and the goal is by the end of the year to have finished reading the entire Bible and to have this Bible that is currently blank other than one person's highlight that I just found, for this Bible to be filled with my notes, the things that stood out to me as I read the text, the things that God did in my life as I was reading, and maybe there'll be some little journaling notes in here, but to really consider what this thing as a whole, this book as a whole, that I believe really does, as the Bible Project tells us, leads us to Jesus, how that changes my life over the course of a year. And I thought, how cool would that be to share it with my community here at Bible Review Blog. So that's my plan. I'm going to read through the Bible in a year. I'm going to create these video journals along the way and invite you into the process. I do want to invite you to read it with me and to share your thoughts and your feelings in the comments. I think that this could be something really cool. It's something different for me, but I'm going to give it a go. So I would appreciate your thoughts and your prayers and your encouragement. Let me know how often you want me to do the updates in the comments. Let me know if you have any encouragement or any thoughts that would help me along the way. Again, I might pivot a month or a week in and try to do something different. And I'm just going to be really real with you about that as I go through and work on this. But I'm going to read the Bible in a year. That's my plan. I'm going to create a playlist of this. So if you want to subscribe to the channel or follow that playlist, you can, so you can see all these videos when they come out. But I'll let you know when the next video comes out what I've kind of decided to do as far as my plan moving forward. But I'm really excited about this, and I hope that you are too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.